Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Thursday. Happy Vlogmas Day 23. So today we're doing another, I had a whole bunch of these ready for y'all, so I hope you're ready. What's their favorite candle? And today we're gonna do the movie Elf. So like I said, we did my son's favorite Christmas movie, which was Home Alone. And we're about to do Aaron's favorite Christmas movie, which you'll see soon. But today we're going to talk about one of mine. Now, I am one of those, like, I have multiple favorite movies, so we can't do them all. But I used to have a shirt that said, like, Smiling's my favorite, and it was like an elf shirt. This is Don't Stop Believin', which is my favorite Journey song. That would be a whole other video. But today we're going to talk about this one because it was so full of one-liners. It was great for one-liners. I quoted this movie all the time when I was younger. It came out in 2003, so I was 21 years old. Here's Teesha at 21. And I just really loved Will Ferrell at the time. Like, he was one of my favorite SNL. I was constantly doing the cheerleader thing in high school. So I thought when I was younger, he was the funniest man alive. So we're going to jump right in. So I know this movie is kind of overhyped, but I think it's overhyped in like the very best way. And I challenged myself, even though I have a collection of like over 300 candles, this is a Christmas movie, so I only use Christmas candles. So the first character, Buddy. Buddy was an elf and he knew Santa, and he found out that his dad wasn't his real dad, so he went on a quest to go find his real dad in the city. So that kind of leads you through the story. And I just love how like cheesy yet super magical and fun this movie was. So if you remember, his diet was like sugar, 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 sugar. It was like, you know, gumdrop buttons and maple syrup and spaghetti. So of course the first candle that came to mind for me was a newer candle release of Merry Maple Pancakes. So this was Buddy's favorite candle. This has notes of fresh berries, maple syrup, and cinnamon sugar with natural essential oils. And I haven't burnt this yet, but I'm watching reviews and people are pretty much loving this candle. And I do pick up like a little bit of the same base as the pineapple pancakes, which I just have to burn them together, and I'll bring you a current burn review with my thoughts. So I haven't actually burnt this candle yet, but I recently got it, and I just thought it was a perfect candle. I think this packaging is super cute, which we'll talk about in that review as well. So that is my pick for Buddy's favorite candle. My favorite character in the movie was Jovi, who was the store clerk that Buddy kind of became friends with, and then eventually they like fall in love and they have like a giant elf baby, remember? And for me, I just loved her little rosy cheeks. She kind of looked like elf-like to me. So I gave her Pink Fairy Gumdrop. And I have an older package Pink Fairy Gumdrop, and this one is super magical too. So I really like using this one. It's got like a storybook. This is like a sparkling sugar berry, pink cotton candy, and a sprinkle of fairy dust. This is a very like prized possession of mine. I love this candle and I loved all of this packaging. And this is the only one I have left. And I realized, why am I burning through them all? I want one with this storybook packaging because that's just really my vibe. I like storybooks and things like that. I'm a teacher. So I'll probably never burn this. And thankfully, my friend Gabby just sent me one, but I don't want to burn that one either because it's from her, and I'm really weird and sentimental like that, so we're going to see what I end up doing. But this is definitely for Jovi. She sings the Santa Claus song at the end. That was like one of my favorite parts of the movie too, but she just provides like a good like yin to Buddy's yang, you know, like he's over the hype and she's kind of like calm and stuff. But that was the movie that I realized, I didn't say Zoe Deschanel or Deschanel, I'm not quite sure. But she was in New Girl, loved her in that. I didn't realize she could sing until that movie, and she can really sing. So that is the candle, her favorite candle from the movie, Pink Fairy Gumdrop. Okay, next we're going into Papa Elf, who's played by one of my favorite people on the planet, Bob Newhart. And this one was kind of hard because he was not grumpy, but not like overly jovial. So I was like really hard, like picking a candle for him. Then I just realized I was overthinking it. And so I gave him this one for a very specific reason. I gave Bob Newhart, aka Papa Elf, which was Buddy's dad who adopted him because he was a real elf, so he was like this big. This was his favorite candle. So this has notes of red cinnamon stick, Christmas clove bud, and ground nutmeg. And I don't know why, but when I look at Bob Newhart, he looks like one of those grandpas that always had like a pack of certs in his pocket. That was my grandpa anyway. So those are cinnamon, so this is cinnamon. So I was like, doesn't that make a lot of sense? Am I the only one? But anyways, this is one of my favorite candles because it really smells like the holidays for me, because I had a grandma whose house was like exploded with cinnamon, witch's broom, pine cones, mulled cider. So like this was what was going on for me growing up. So this is always a scent that I will attribute to Christmas. And I really like it. It's very strong. Okay, next let's talk about Walter. Walter is actually played by James Caan, who I loved in so many movies in the 90s. He played like the smoothest bad guy in a lot of movies. I remember one with like Nicolas Cage and Sarah Jessica Parker. Something about Vegas. But anyway, he's the dad, and my favorite part of this whole movie is when Buddy sends him something special from the lingerie section of this mall that he works at or is in charge of or something. I don't remember that part. But anyways, he's just like a cool guy, and it was hard at first. I was like, oh, maybe like Marshmallow Fireside, because like he's kind of like an outdoors kind of guy. But as I was looking through my candles, this one kept popping up to me, and I was like, yeah, Christmas cider. Because like, you know, if he's going to an event or lots of events working in his job, maybe this is something that he would get to drink. So mulled cinnamon, crushed clove, creamy nutmeg, simmering cider. This is very like tough, like a tough Christmas scent. It's like very strong, not masculine in a sense, but like it's got some smoky vibes, and it's just a really potent, strong candle. There's nothing like overly pretty about this candle, but it's very true to scent. It's very authentic cider to me. And it's like I haven't burned this yet, but like this definitely would blow you out of your house. Like you better burn this with the window open. It's very strong. So, you know, I don't know. He just kind of came off as like a tough guy to me. So I was like, that works for him. So this is for someone special. That was just my favorite part of the whole movie. Like I knew I was going to mention it if I did this little video for y'all, but this is Christmas cider. So that was for Walter, James Caan. And next we have Emily, who is played by Mary Steenburgen, and I love her. I loved her in Step Brothers too, which she played with Will Ferrell. So I just figured she's a mom. She's baking for Christmas. We're going to give her a peppermint sugar cookie. And I went ahead and used my older packaging on this one as well, because this is the first version that I tried and fell in love with. This has notes of crushed peppermint, vanilla extract, creamy butter, soft sugar cookie. And I think her and her son, as they were getting to know this other side of Walter's life with, you know, having Buddy, and they didn't even know he existed. She was just probably in the kitchen baking cookies and like minding her own business. I don't know. Really liked her character though. She just kind of like played a very good like opposite to James Caan character of Walter. But yep, she was baking cookies for Christmas. So that is her favorite candle. And next we're going to include Dr. Leonardo, who was Walter's doctor, but then he did I don't remember. There was like a scene with Buddy, and it was a really funny scene. But it's played by one of my favorite characters of all time. I know I say favorite, but I really love Jon Favreau and everything he does, even in like his part in the Avengers Endgame, where he's like the little sidekick to Iron Man's daughter. That part makes me cry. But anyways, I love all his characters. He actually directed this film, so I thought that was kind of important to include. So I kind of gave him my all-encompassing candle, because that's the candle like a director would get. So my candle that just like works for everything for Christmas is The Perfect Christmas. And I thought this was, you know, a perfect Christmas movie, because I like Jingle All the Way, funny Christmas movies, Christmas Vacation. I like Christmas movies that make me cry a little bit, like Family Stone and Holiday. There's so many. I could have done one every day, but I had other videos and hauls to bring you. So this one is fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, toasted marshmallow. This is the candle I'm going to burn on Christmas Day, because I really love it. It smells like Christmas tree, but also like sweetness and marshmallow goodness. I love this candle. I love Jon Favreau, so there was my connection there. And then we're going to go to Gimbel's, which is the mall that Buddy goes to work at after he meets Walter, and he's trying to like assimilate to the city life, where he meets Jovi. And we're going to include the Gimbel's manager. I don't remember if he had a name, and I couldn't find it online, but he was played by Faison Love, which I just love him in everything. He's funny. I didn't quite know what Christmas candle to give him, but I knew I had to give him a Christmas candle because he was the manager at the mall, keeping everybody in line. So we just decided to give him Under the Christmas Tree. This is a new candle this year. It's for balsam, juniper berry, vanilla eggnog, sage leaves, and it kind of has like a men's cologne scent mixed with something sweet. So, you know, with a name like Faison Love, I gotta give him something sweet. So this one I thought was perfect. Plus it's just a perfect Christmas candle. It's such a beautiful packaging. I wanted to include it in some video. So there's that for you all. But yeah, I just thought this would be his favorite candle for his role in the movie Elf. And then let's go ahead and include Gimbal Santa, who was played by Artie Lang, which I think is another Saturday Night Live character. Maybe he knew all these people from Saturday Night Live. That's how they all got involved in the movie, I'm thinking. And, you know, he kind of seemed like he could be a slightly boozy Santa, if you guys know what I mean by a slightly boozy mall Santa. He seemed a little grumpy, a little edgy, so I had to find a boozy Christmas candle in my collection, and I found one. I thought I had a rum eggnog from last year, but I do not. So we gave Gimbal Santa the hot buttered rum candle. This is dark buttered rum, warm caramel, mulling spice, vanilla bourbon. And I think he was hitting something like vanilla bourbon or dark buttered rum before his shift at the mall, if you know what I'm saying. But this one smells really good and I really enjoy it. It's a simple candle. It's a really great candle to pair with other candles. That's what I like about dark buttered rum. You can burn it with something with vanilla base, something with a pine base, and it just smells good with just about everything. So that's what I really like about the rum candles. And then we're almost done. 2 more. So we have to include actual Santa, right? Because he was played by one of my favorite people ever. So Ed Asner played the voice of actual Santa. He narrated the story. He may have been in like the scenes with Bob Newhart and Buddy back at the North Pole, or he was played by like I'll just insert a picture here, like the drawing of Santa. I can't remember now, but no, he was in it, but like it was a smaller character. So anyways, so what other candle could we possibly give Santa, like the actual Santa, not the mall Santa, but cookies with Santa? And as y'all know, this is my candle that like kind of tricked me this year. Like when I first started burning it, I was like, it's brown sugar. There's nothing special to this, but give it the packaging, give it the time of year. I'm not sure. Fresh cinnamon, brown sugar, a drop of vanilla. I had a change of heart. And even though it hasn't become an instant favorite, it's definitely a little bit more cookie. Maybe I got a different batch. My first one, over time, I was like, oh yeah, like it kind of grew on me. But this one on initial burn, I haven't even burned it yet, cold sniff, I do get a little bit more of the cookie and the nutmeg. At first, I was just smelling brown sugar. I was like, it doesn't even smell like an actual cookie. But look at that packaging. You know this is the candle that actually Santa would have. This candle really grew on me from my current burn review to now. This is actually my second candle of this one. The first time I burned it, first couple times, I was like, this is a brown sugar candle, great. But then as I kept burning it, I don't know if it was like the magic of the season, the super cute packaging, I don't know. I had a change of heart. Now I really like it. Definitely not like my favorite candle of Christmas, but I really enjoy it. And I definitely pick up a little bit more of those cookie pieces. So this is Santa's candle. Cookies with Santa. And then the very last character we're going to include, and then we'll get out of here. We're going to talk about Michael, who is Buddy's brother, who is Emily and Walter's son. So he's played by Daniel Tay. He's a little kid. I don't really remember him in anything else. But you know, what other candle would you give a little kid in a movie? You know, Bright Christmas Morning. They are, if they're not for the rest of the year and you're struggling to get them out the door for school, they are bright and bushy-eyed during the morning of Christmas, even if you weren't mom and dad. This is Red Ripe Berry, Blood Orange, Crisp Apple. It's just a nice fruity candle. It's really pretty. I really like it. It's just a one and done for me. This is the only one I have, but the packaging's super cute. But every child I've ever met doesn't sleep the night before Christmas and is still full of Christmas adrenaline. And so I figured probably Michael was too. But that is it. That is all. That is all of my what's their favorite candle choices for the movie Elf. Let me know down below what was your favorite Christmas movie, or if you have any suggestions for going into 2022. What would you like to see me do? I like this little like pop culture meets candles meets I just get to sit down and ramble and talk about the movies with you guys. It's fun for me. I hope it's fun for you too. But yeah, give me some ideas down below of just things that maybe like little avenues I haven't taken this little series, because I would love to include a couple of those in the new year and a few less hauls, fingers crossed. But thank you guys so much. I will see you in a video tomorrow. Take care and talk to you later. Bye.